morning, viewers, and welcome to my first Bannerlord video. I can't believe that I'm actually saying that I've waited years for this moment to have this game open. I have not even started to play it yet because I want this video to kind of capture my reactions to the game, which will probably be pretty muted because I'm not really that expressive of a person to start with. But I figured that I would make this my first playthrough without playing the game at all. I would just post it up on the YouTube channel so we can kind of discover everything together. I don't know how I'm going to make this first video. We might not make it past character creation, but let's go ahead, let's give it a shot. Already, the loading screen's much better than Warband. Just throwing that out there. At least we have pictures now, so we're moving in the right direction. I actually do kind of like the time period for this. It's a little bit before Warband was. This is more of like a Dark Ages type time period. So we have, looks like 6 different factions here. We have the Empire, we have the Sturgians, we have the Vlandians, the Aserai, the Khuzaits, and the Britannians. So I don't know which each of these are. I don't know if they'll give us a there we go. For the West, who lived on the upper before forming an independent kingdom with the decline of imperial authority, they have evolved into a well-organized feudal society led by a cast of warlord spears and lances on horseback, 20% more upgrade experience troops from battles. That actually seems pretty good. You could get yourself a high-tier army pretty quickly. Let's go ahead and look at the Sturgians. Foreign tribes of the north, as the Empire of the Cold Forest, they found that a ready market for luxurious furs of woodland animals. Became princes vying for preeminence with the help of Nord mercenaries into their realm. So 20% less speed penalty from snow. I don't feel like that's really going to help us very much. I mean, I'm just going to stay out of the snow. That should work well. Then we have the Empire here. The Calradian Empire is in decline. So 20% construction speed bonus in town projects, wall repairs, and siege engines. That actually might be useful. From everything we've seen, there is a lot more involved with town construction and sieges in Bannerlord than there was in Warband. So that actually might be quite good. Keep that in mind. The Aserai here. So these are basically like your Bedouin or Arabic nomads, famous for their horsemanship and knowledge of learning many lands. So we basically go ahead and get 30% cost reduction to caravans and 10% less trade penalty. That could be pretty good too. The Khuzaits, steppe tribes used to live a nomadic life, but recently settled in the eastern frontier. The Empire is slowly transitioning to an agrarian society with permanent town centers. 10% extra speed bonus for horsemen on campaign map. That could actually be really good if you were making like kind of a flying column type army where most of your troops are mounted. The downside is you would have to be entirely mounted, I think, for that to work. I'm not sure how it averages out. It may increase your average movement speed if you have infantry as well, but I'm not sure. It would definitely be more pronounced with a cav-only army. So this is 10% less speed penalty. So these are more of a like Germanic type peoples. Actually, several Germanic peoples, and this is really meant to mirror the, I guess, kind of Europe after the fall of the Roman Empire, as the Western Roman Empire was falling. So the empire is going to be like the West Romans, the Sturgians are kind of like, I guess, like the Danish or the North Germans. The Vlandians are going to be, I think, kind of like the Visigoths, or who, the Visigoths ended up moving through Roman territory and establishing their own kingdom in Spain. So that's why I think that that's the case. These are sort of like your Arabic nomads or Bedouins. And then these are like the steppe peoples, kind of like the Huns and some of those other tribes. And then these would be, I guess, maybe like your Southern Germans, your Britons, that sort of thing. And so, yeah. Pretty fascinating. I don't really know who I want to play as. That's the thing. I mean, I really kind of like the bonus from the Vlandians here. I mean, I kind of like this, and since we don't really know that much about how each of these factions are going to work, it's down between the Vlandians and the Khuzaits. I'm going to go with the Vlandians because I can pronounce the name better. That'll make it easier for the purposes of making the video. So, alright, so this is our guy here.
Man the ladders!
And obviously we could go male or female. I don't know, she's kind of a chunky girl, ain't she? A little bit chunky there. Make her taller, maybe? What is body pitch? I don't know what body pitch means. I have no clue what body pitch is at all, so no idea. We're going to go with the dude here. Get a little bit of a tan on. Let's get our tan going here, and then I guess I'll make it like mid-sized. I'm not sure if height's going to convey any sort of bonus or anything, so it looks like you could change your clothing a little bit. What does the female look like with clothing? She doesn't look very good either. All right, so we're going to go with this. He looks kind of fat, to be honest. And I'm really not sure what this body pitch thing does. I really have no idea. I could make a midget, I guess, but we'll go with this. We'll go with mid height. I guess then you could go with your face. It's a very prominent nose there. Okay, so let's see. We have eye socket size. We have face ratio, face depth. I'm not really good with playing with a lot of this stuff, so I guess we could increase the size of the eyes a little bit. All right, there we go. And then eyelid height. There we go. See, sometimes I think that like they put in too many facial feature customization options and then it just gets confusing. There we go. All right, so all right, we'll stick with that. There we go. That's a little bit better. I feel like my nose was taking up like 90% of my face there. That was kind of awkward. All right, that's a little bit better. Chin, we don't really care about the chin. Let's go with the hair. We want to be a baldy. I'm usually a baldy in these games, but I don't know. Go with black hair. Ooh, you could give yourself facial hair. What if you could give a female facial hair? I think I'll go with like the Norman style haircut here. And then, ooh, we could go with like a big bushy beard. Look at that. Ready to go chop down some trees. I kind of like this look too. Whoops. Oopsies. What did I do? There we go. Could go with the mustache. Could go with the goatee. Or we could just have the best of both worlds. Kind of like this look, so we're going to rock and roll with this guy. Yeah. Looks like something. Choose your family. What? Wait, what? Okay, so we got all the. Oh my gosh! So you get. I guess you get these. Okay, so I get. Does your family make a difference here? Or, okay, so you have vigor 2, which is one-handed, two-handed, and pole arms. You have control, which is bows, crossbows, and throwing. You have endurance, which is your riding, running, and smithing. Cunning is going to be your scouting, tactics, and roguery. I don't know what that is. So basically, I guess this is all your criminal stuff here. Then you have charm, leadership, and trade. That makes sense. Intelligent steward. So that's how you manage settlements, medicine, and engineering. So that's interesting. Okay, so I was born into a family of yeomen. Kind of like that, but mercenary is kind of good too. Oh man, that guy looks like a badass. Look at him. My daddy looks like a bad dude. All right, so we would get pole arms and riding from this. What do we get for a mercenary? We get crossbows and cunning. Hunters, we get archer or crossbows again, and scouting. Okay. What do we get for yeomen? We get crossbows and pole arms. Merchants, we're just going to get stuff down here, I'm sure. Yeoman actually looks like it might be pretty good because we get crossbow and pole arm. Mercenary's not bad, except if you don't want to be a criminal, I don't know how well that's going to work for you. And then riding's always nice to have because you get your. So this also gives us a boost to our social skill, I guess. So mercenary is more for an archer build because that gives us a boost to control, which I guess actually it's not a skill, that's a stat, I'm guessing. Is there anything that gives us a boost to vigor? Not really. Yeoman gives us a boost to endurance. I kind of wanted to be a smith. Oh, the blacksmith gives us a. Oh, we're going to go with the blacksmith because that'll give us a boost to our vigor, two-handed, and our smithing. I think that's actually going to be pretty cool. We'll be the blacksmith's son. We'll make this kind of like, what is it, Kingdom of Heaven, where the blacksmith, we're going to go fuck some people up. All right. So let's see here. And also serve to the militia, 10 skill level and 1 focus point to smithing and two-handed, 1 attribute point to vigor. That works for me. As a child, you were noted for your leadership skills, your brawn, your attention to detail, your aptitude for numbers, your way with people, and your skill with horses. So obviously, that's going to increase our vigor up to 4. I kind of want to get some endurance, though. And I want to get some riding skill because like every single game I play with like medieval style combat, horse mounted combat just gives you an edge. So I definitely kind of want to be able to do mounted combat, and I feel like a balance of vigor and endurance is going to be important for melee combat. So let's go ahead and do that. The other option, of course, would be to go for social or leadership. I actually don't think leadership is as good. I think social would be I think social would be a little bit better for you because this is going to give you an increase to social plus leadership plus charm, which actually might be worthwhile. Actually, now that I think about it, that might be worthwhile because I think Bannerlord, one of the things they wanted to do was add more depth to like the persuasion and the charisma system. Because in Warband, like it was interesting to play through, but it wasn't really that viable. So I think like in Bannerlord, they wanted to make that a little bit more fleshed out so it's actually worthwhile and benefits you to take social skills. Um, so we'll go ahead and do that because especially for this first playthrough, I kind of want to be a jack of all trades and just do a little bit of everything so we can kind of experience as much of the game as possible. So let's go with that. During my adolescence, spent most of my time at the Town Watch's training ground with the Halley gangs. That would probably be most accurate. At the docks and building sites. So that would actually give me even better smithing, which might be worthwhile. In the markets and caravans, that would give me more charm, more social, reading and studying, and working at stables. So working at the stables is going to give me the endurance that I kind of wanted. It's also going to give me a little bit more steward with the alley gangs. I mean, we could just go for the looting build in this game, which is what I used in Turismo all the time. I don't know if there's a way to max this out, but it would be kind of funny. So I kind of want to do this because I think it would be beneficial to start off with a higher skill level and something. So, and we'll have high vigor too. Will this be like a melee glass cannon? So now we're out of adolescence, we're into youth. As a youngster growing up in Calradia, war was never too far away. You stood guard with the garrisons, rode with the scouts. I feel like that's what we really want. Trained with the infantry, meh. Joined the skirmishers, meh. Marched with the camp followers. I joined the hookers. There we go. That's not going to help. All right, so stood guard with the garrisons. That's going to give us intelligence. Rode with the scouts. That'll give us more endurance. I think that's probably what we're going to want. I mean, trained with the infantry would give us more vigor, but I mean, we'll go with that because I want to make sure we have. All right, so now we're in young adulthood. Holy shit, there's a lot of different aspects to creating your character here. That's kind of cool, though. Before you set out for a life adventure, your biggest achievement was you defeated an enemy in battle. That'll give us more vigor. Ooh, there's our next point of two-handed. Saved the city quarter from the fire. That's nice. Invested some money in a workshop. That would be kind of cool. I mean, like, we could be like a master smith. That would be really awesome, actually. So this is going to give us more renown, though. This will give us some valor. I'm not sure what valor does. I'm sure it helps you, like, probably in your interactions. We'll probably go with this. That'll give us an extra point of vigor, and we'll be just a little bit more kind of, I guess you would say, badass. We'll be able to do some damage here. And finally, like many families in Colorado, your life was upended by war. Your home was ravaged by the passage of army after army. Eventually, you sold your property and set off with your father, mother, brother and your two younger siblings to a new town you heard was safer, but you did not make it. Along the way, the inn at which you were staying was attacked by raiders. Your parents were slain. Your two youngest siblings seized, but you and your brother survived because... Is that my brother? How the hell did he get all the looks? Look at me. I'm Harrier the Bear, and he's actually like pretty well groomed. Got the slick mustache going on. What the fuck happened to this family? I feel like I already got the short jeans. I haven't even started playing yet. Jesus. Alright, because you subdued the raider, there's some extra vigor, drove them off with arrows. You rode off on a fast horse. So Robin ran away. Alright. Tricked the raiders, and you organize the travelers to break out, so that would give us more leadership, a little bit more charm. That actually might be kind of worth it for us if we're going to be a little bit more balanced, or we could just be the ham-fisted guy. I mean, like, I don't know. I kind of want to be a badass, but my brother's like here with his freaking chainmail and the freaking, like, badass warrior hairdo here and shit. I feel like I'm already not really going to be the badass in this family. But I still kind of want to try it, though. Let's see here. I mean, like, this would be kind of cool because we get a little bit more leadership and charm, and starting our social skill higher wouldn't necessarily be bad, but I'm just going to go with subduing a raider. I always want to kick the shit out of somebody. Set up and your brother on a mission of vengeance and rescue. Here's your character, Claire Fury, or go back to make changes, so we won't tell me if I took caps lock off. Alright, so there we go. Andreas the Bastard. There we go. That was adopted anyway. Alright.
Okay,
So this is, I guess, your summary here. So we get 20% more upgrade experience in troops from battles. Our family was an urban blacksmith. And remember, we took that to increase our endurance a little bit. We ended up with a way with people that gave us a little bit more social skills. At the docks and building sites, that gave us another point of smithing and endurance. Rode with the scouts. That gave us some more endurance as well. I'm sorry, this one gave us a point to vigor. My bad. Then this one, rode with the scouts, gave us a point to endurance. And then defeated an enemy in battle was a point to vigor, and subdued a raider was another point to vigor. So you can definitely kind of max your character one way or another in character creation. Like I said, I didn't do that because I want to kind of experience and experiment around a little bit with kind of everything here. I'll post up another playthrough once we've done this one. I'll post up another one where we'll actually go for some min-max builds. And I think that will be a little bit more interesting in that regard. But right now, the game's brand new. I just kind of want to try a little bit of everything. So let's go ahead and... What am I doing here? So click finish. We'll go back to make changes. Okay, is my name too long, maybe? Maybe my name is too long. Yeah, I think that name was just too long. That sucks. Oh, I'll go with this. There we go. Is that good enough? Oh, maybe you can't do spaces? Let's see if it's this. No, there's definitely a character limit too, but I think it's spaces. Yeah, as soon as you put a space in, that's kind of stupid, to be honest. I kind of want to be able to put a space in there, but okay. That's a little bit disappointing, actually, to be honest. So we're going to go with... so we'll go with friendly troops receive realistic damage. Friendly parties receive realistic damage. Realistic. And actually, you know what? I don't know. I'm going to go with very easy, and I'm going to give the reason for doing this. The reason I'm doing this is because I like to play through with Bannerlord and Warband. I want this to be kind of more like a heroic story. And for those of you who have watched like fantasy movies and some of like the heroic medieval movies, you'll see like the main protagonist is able to basically like shrug off blows and fight through terrible injuries, and that's kind of why I'll go with the very easy mode here. It'll also kind of let us pick some fights and experiment a little bit without destroying the game. All right, that's the other reason. But really, honestly, most of the reason I do this is because I do like for my character this to be like, the central hero in a story. And in most fantasy games, that central hero is basically like invulnerable to damage in a lot of ways. So that's why, if you guys want to see me do a realistic playthrough, I'm perfectly happy to do that. Just post it down in the comments below, and I will do another playthrough on on a realism mode. And I have no problem with that. I feel like my skill level in Mountain Blade is high enough that I can do just fine on realism. I just don't enjoy it as much because it's just not the same as that kind of like high fantasy hero. All right, so we'll put recruitment on easy. Map movement speed, we'll just go with realistic. Choose if the heroes are able to die on the battlefield. That's interesting. That's actually a really nice feature because before you wouldn't die for members in your clan. So I kind of want to have this active because this would mean your character could die. Bannerlord were supposed to be able to have families and everything. So I like this enable death, especially since we're going with reduced damage. We will enable death. And this way, if we die on the battlefield, somebody else, like we'll have to pick up and play with like one of our sons or heirs or something, which I think is pretty cool, to be honest. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start the game here. Like I said, if there's any particular playthrough you want me to do, definitely put it in the comments below. Subscribe is always appreciated, but really just leave it in the comments below. I don't really care that much about subscription numbers. I do this, for my own entertainment and for your entertainment. Primarily, really for your entertainment. So if there's something you want to see me do, definitely put that in the comments. I'm more than happy to give it a shot if it's something that I would somewhat enjoy. Obviously, I'm not going to do something that I would hate doing just to appease the masses, but yeah. Alright, so it's been 3 days now. We've been tracking these bastards. I think we're pretty close. We need to think about what happens when we catch them. How are we going to rescue Varric and Alda? Varric, that's like Varric from Dragon Age. Anyway, moving right along. Are we up for a fight? Of course we're up for a fight. This looks like an old training field for the legions. Perhaps we should spare some time to brush off our skills. Excuse me, I'm drinking my coffee because I need to wake up still. So we might as well run the course. Because why not go through the tutorial? That'll just kind of be this video. Okay, so forwards, backward, WASD. Okay, there we go. Same stuff as normal. Good to go. Okay. So we need to go. I really just want to do the melee training. Alright, so shift zooms us in. That's not sprint. I should probably get a weapon. Let's get a weapon. That would be useful, wouldn't it? Okay, so we have sword and shield training. So that's going to be block. Wait, no, is that block? Yep. So right mouse button is still block. That's good. Okay, so it is directional defense. That's good. Okay. Defend from down. Okay, so I guess I feel like it's if your shield is in that area, you're good.
Die!
Okay, so directional attack, that's good. Okay, so it's all directional. Kill this dude. He's not going to die. My two-handed sword. Yes, because we're going to go two-handed, so let's go with this. Oh, whoops. I should probably go to the right place. There we go. Alright. Oh, so now we're going to have to fight this dude. Okay. Ouch.
Die, dog! Die!
This dude's like blocking everything. Come on, homie. What you doing? You going to block all day?
Die,
here is
filth!
pretty good at blocking, that's for sure.
You coward!
We're pretty much just trading. Uh-oh. This guy is not. Oh, ow. There we go. That dude kind of hurt a little bit. I'm not that good at blocking. That's what I'm kind of starting to realize here. Is that blocking is not really my area of expertise. So, but I think that that's pretty well it. I kind of want. Oh, I guess we'll do the horse training. Let's do the horse training real quick, and then we'll call it a day. So shields definitely seem to be useful for blocking. I just need to get back in the habit of directional block. I think we'll be fine.
Come on!
Directional blocking is going to be tricky to figure out again.
Come on!
How do I mount your horse? Oh, there we go. Yeah. There we go. Oh, whoops. I guess I'm supposed to get these targets here. There we go. Got one. There we go. Ow, tree. Damn it. Missed. There we go. We're doing a little bit better than we were before, I guess. Jesus. Too. Jesus. I am apparently not as good as I remember being on this. Alright, really, we need a little bit more skill with that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead here. Let's leave this. I feel like that's really kind of all the training that we really needed to do, so we'll go ahead and leave and maybe. Well, I'm just going to crash the game, one or the other. Alright, so here we are. We were at the training field here. I don't like. Okay, so we'll go ahead and leave. Before we do it, we're low on food. There's a village to do. We can buy provisions and find some help. You're a better rider than I am, so I'll let you lead the way. Okay, great. So I guess. Whoa. What are we doing here? Okay. Great. Where am I now? There we are. So these are refugees. So we don't need to worry about them. I don't think we have to worry about being attacked by refugees. We're going to go to this village and we arrived at the village. We have Headman Joran. So I guess we could talk to him using this screen, maybe? Oh, no, we probably have to find him on the map. Down here we have these bars. That's our money. That's our hit points. That's our troops. Number of goods. So that's food. So that's zero's not good there. And then party morale. So that looks like it. Looks like there's something. Oh, extend shrink is down there. And I guess these. What is this? Oh, okay, so this is just checking the two parties that rotates through the party. Okay, so let's go into this map here. We'll take a look, see what's going on in this here village. And then after this, I am probably... Oh, hi, Nogan. What are we doing? So we need food, and after that, maybe some men to come with us. Okay, yeah, I'll get right on that. The headman here could probably help us. Let's try to find him. Yeah, let's do that. You look better than me. You should probably go do the talking. I mean, I look like I just freaking walked out in the freaking wilderness here with my fucking bushy beard and my weird haircut. Alright, so we need to find the head of the village. The graphics for this is so much better than Warband. I mean, like, I wouldn't say they're top tier, but, like, it looks damn good. Alright, where are you at, headman? That's a peasant, not gonna help. Is this the headman here, maybe? He's, like, standing still? No, that is not the headman. Where was the headman be? That's peasant, okay. It's not across the stupid bridge, is he? If I have to ride across this bridge to find you, I'm coming back here and burning this village at a later point in time. Jesus Christ. Bow and arrow and mace. This lady is fishing? I don't know if he's over here or not. Let me see here. Hello? No, you're just a peasant. Okay. I probably should have done the horse archery tutorial. That is a teeny ass bow for a big dude. Look at that teeny bow! It's like a baby bow. It's like I stole my kid's bow and arrow before I went on an adventure. What is up with that? I need a man's bow. Alright, I need to find this headman guy. Is he up here maybe? He's gotta be up here. This looks like the main part of the village. That's not it. That's a kid. Oh, here he is. This dude with the sword. That's gotta be it. Alright. What's up, Jordan? How you doing? And we're just going to start right off. We're just going to tell him the whole family story here. In these parts as well. Okay, great. They've gone north. There are a few folk around joining you can go in. For their gear. Once you leave, you're probably come talk to me again. I may have a task to do going after the raiders. Okay, great. Oh, I could have held Alt F or left Alt to see where he's at. Failure. Okay, so we leave the mission, and then we can go ahead and buy supplies and hire recruits. So that's really what we want to do here. Yep, so we go ahead and buy products first, food first, soldiers second. Let's go ahead, we're going to buy us some grain. Yay! Alright. Okay, so we're going to recruit troops. These guys all look exactly the same, so let's just take all. Why not? Alright. Okay, so then we can go ahead and we can talk to the headman again. And now that you've spoken to him, I guess you can just hit that talk button and you'll automatically go to him. That's kind of the same as it worked in Warband, to be honest, so, not really surprised by that mechanic. Alright, hey, you're in the field now. What's up, Jorah? How you doing? Glad to see you do some work. That chick just walked through my horse's head. It's a little bit disturbing. Could you have a word with your villagers, please? Alright, found what you need. Now, about that matter I mentioned earlier. Yeah, about that. There's this wandering doctor who comes through here from time to time, named of Tactios. Treats people for free. We're fond of him. Great. I'm glad to hear you're friends. Well, we last saw him a few days ago. He was carrying some sort of chest, which he was very mysterious about. He was on some sort of quest, he said, although he wouldn't tell us more. Set off on the road just a few hours before the raiders came through here. He's not really the worldly type, just the kind of fellow who'd stumble into a trap and let himself be captured. We're worried about him. Can you keep an eye out for this Tactios? Be very grateful. Maybe if he's alive and well, we'll tell you a little bit more about his quest. Okay, great. That was it. That's it. All right. All right, let's go, bro. We gotta go rescue our siblings, but we're actually going to do that in another episode. This one's actually gone on kind of long enough, so I'm going to put a stop to it here, and then we'll come back and revisit this shortly. So I appreciate you guys for watching, and like I said earlier, as always, leave comments down below if there's anything you want to see or you want me to try. Pretty open to trying just about anything in Bannerlord because the game's completely new, so I really have no idea what to expect. So as I said, thanks for watching and peace out.